Ashes in the rain. It wasn't the dead that came for us. Not at first, it was the rain. Black, heavy drops that fell in the middle of summer. They smelled wrong, like burnt metal and rotting leaves. It left stains on your clothes you couldn't wash out, and when it hit your skin, it burned, not fire burn, something deeper, a crawling under the flesh. I was working at the coal processing plant on the edge of town when it started, the morning shift. The air was thick with dust, the kind that clings to your lungs. We thought the storm was a blessing, a good rain to wash the air clean. We didn't know it was carrying something else. The foreman, old Hank, was the first to notice. He kept wiping his forehead, muttering about a headache. Then he doubled over, coughing so hard blood came out between his teeth. We all rushed to help him, and that was the mistake. His skin blistered under our hands, his eyes rolled back. And then he started whispering. Not words we knew, just this soft, rhythmic muttering. Over and over, like a prayer in a language older than the dirt. By the end of the day, 20 more had it. By the next morning, the whole East Wing was whispering. We called it the rain fever. The doctors called it airborne fungal contamination. But the truth was worse. The mine had dug too deep. Weeks earlier, the drills had broken through into a cavern no one had mapped. Inside was a stone floor, slick and black, and a smell like something ancient had been rotting there for centuries. They pulled samples, sent them to the lab, and when they broke the surface seal, spores, invisible, waiting. All it took was the rain to carry them. They didn't rot you right away. Oh no, they were patient. First came the headaches, then the whispers, always the whispers. It wasn't just the sick who heard them. Even the healthy could feel them sometimes, like a voice just behind your ear, telling you to open your mouth, to breathe deep, to let it in. When the change came, it was fast. Skin pale, veins black like ink bleeding under the surface, fingers twitching like they were trying to remember how to be human. And the eyes. The eyes weren't cloudy like the zombies from movies. They were shining, wet, alive. They could still talk sometimes. They'd call your name, pretend to be your friend. And when you came close enough, they'd grab you. The worst part? They were connected. You kill one, and the others would turn their heads, no matter how far away, and start walking toward you, like ants in a hive, like they all shared the same mind. By the end of the first week, the mine was gone, the town not far behind. I remember packing my bag in my small apartment, rain still hammering the roof. The window glass was streaked with black lines. Every drop that hit the sill hissed like it was eating through the wood. I didn't care where I went, only that it was far from here. On my way out, I saw Mrs. Larkin from next door standing in the street. No coat, no umbrella. The rain poured down on her, soaking her dress. She just stood there, head tilted back, mouth open, drinking it in. When she lowered her head, her eyes met mine, and she smiled. I ran. The highway was clogged with cars, people trying to leave, people trying to get back to their families. The air was thick, hazy. Every breath tasted like rust. Some of the cars had their doors open, their seats empty, as if the drivers had just stepped out mid-traffic. The whispers were louder here, not in my ears, in my head. I found a group of survivors in an old diner on the outskirts. We boarded the windows, stacked furniture against the doors. It felt safe for a while. We shared stories, where we'd been, what we'd seen. One man swore he'd seen the source, a pit in the ground miles wide, where the rain seemed to pour upward. Another woman said her brother had gone down into the mine before it was sealed, and when he came back he wasn't the same. He didn't blink anymore, didn't sleep, just sat in the dark, listening to something no one else could hear. We stayed together for a week, and then one night, Jenny, the waitress who'd taken charge, started humming in her sleep. A low, soft hum, the same rhythm as the whispers. By morning, she was gone. The barricade by the door was gone too. That's when we realized They didn't need to break in. They could call us out. One by one, the others left. Not screaming, not fighting, just walking out into the rain, heads tilted, mouths open. I lasted another 3 days alone before the food ran out. My throat was dry. The whispers were constant now, curling around my thoughts, promising relief if I just stepped outside. I tried not to listen, but my hands, they kept twitching toward the door. On the morning of the 4th day, the rain stopped. The sky turned the color of ash. I thought maybe it was over. Maybe I could make a run for it. That's when I saw them, dozens of them, standing in the street, not moving, not breathing, just waiting. And when they all turned their heads toward me at the exact same moment, I knew the rain was never the infection. It was the invitation. Now the air itself was carrying it, and I was breathing it in. I don't know how much time I have left. My skin feels tight. My fingertips are numb. I can hear every heartbeat like it's someone knocking on a distant door. And the whispers. They're clearer now. They're not telling me to run. They're telling me to come home. And I think I will.